it's not what I see, it's what I don't see. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. So we have another sisterly sentiment, and this one is about dating and your family. And the question that was presented is, how long should a person go before their partner meets their family, or should their partner meet their family? So this one is kind of tricky, but I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I was in a relationship for like 4.5 years, and he never met my father. And the reason he never met my father is because I knew he wasn't a forever situation. So I feel like, depending on your relationship with your parents, some people are just never supposed to meet them. Like, if you are with somebody, first of all, if you're in a relationship and you don't see a future, just get out the relationship, unless you have a plan. And if you have a plan, then, you know, do what you do. But for me, I really liked that person. I just knew I wasn't going to be with them forever. And I am of the mind that if we're not getting married, you're not meeting my dad, unless my dad is the one that's hooking me up with somebody. In that situation, then okay, you will meet him. But I have never, ever, at my age, I'm not even about to tell y'all how old I am, but I'm old. At my age, I have never brought a man home to meet my father. And that is because I have never, ever, ever looked at anyone that I think I'd want to be with forever. So I guess it's kind of bad, but then it's kind of good. I have that much respect for my dad that I'm just not like, no. And then I'm not about to embarrass myself and bring someone to my dad and have him looking at me crazy. So that's kind of my motto in dating. Like, if I don't want to see, if I wouldn't want to see one of my daughters with a man, then I have no business with him. And if he's not a man that I can bring home to my dad, I also have no business with him. Now, if we're talking like teenage years and 20s up to 30, probably like 28, 27, you should definitely be bringing that person home to meet your parents early. And the reason you want to do that is because sometimes, especially if you have a healthy dynamic at home, sometimes your parents see things that you don't see, and they may need to see those things. Now, I've brought people home to meet my mom, and just not my dad. But my mom, because my mom is cooler. My mom is more laid back. My mom is more, I can talk to her like more relatable. And I'm not embarrassed to bring like a bum home to my mom, but like my dad, absolutely not. So when I would bring someone home to my mother would let me know, like, oh yeah, that seems like a great match, or no. Because there was this one guy, we went back home. I was here in Georgia. We drove back home, and my mom had been talking to him on the phone for like weeks, so she knew who he was, probably months. He had been in my life for like years. We were cool forever. We were friends before. So she met him, and she was like, oh, this is great, he's really cool. And then he's Jamaican, so she's like, oh, for Thanksgiving we'll have the Puerto Rican food, the Southern food, and then we'll have Jamaican food. It'll be like the UN. Like, my mother, she's always making jokes, so she's like, this will be perfect. So, and us leaving, she was like, he seems like a nice friend. And I was like, why do you keep saying that? She's like, he seems like a nice friend. I'm like, what do you see? What's wrong with him? She was like, it's not what I see, it's what I don't see. And I was just like, oh wow. So at that point, yeah, my mom, she had never said that about anybody, and she was absolutely right. But I didn't like just completely write him off because my mother was like, no. But it did make me look a little deeper, and I'm glad she was honest. So I can depend on my mom to be real, but yeah, I think that the younger crew, you definitely need to bring that person home. And you need to see if your parents can hook you up with somebody, because I am of the mind that assisted marriages are better. Like, not necessarily old school traditional arranged marriages. You don't meet them until the day you walk down the aisle. Not that strict and that controlled. But if your parent can either vet the person or present to you a couple of eligible people, I think those marriages would probably be way more successful. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think.